Ted Wilkes here with Arc Studio Pro. In this quick tutorial, I'm going to outline some of the basics of screenplay formatting, and I'll drop in a few screenwriting tips along the way. If you want to create an industry-standard formatted screenplay, it's important to use a professional screenwriting software like Arc Studio. There are four main elements of a screenplay. These are scene headings, action lines, character names, and dialogue. So, first, scene headings. These are important when writing a screenplay so that the reader can orient themselves in the world you are creating. And when the script is put into production, they are going to help the producer make sure that they get the right locations for the shoot and can create an efficient shot list and production schedule. Arc Studio screenwriting software automatically starts you off writing with a scene heading as the default element when you start a new screenplay. But if it isn't there, on a Mac, all you need to do is hold down the Command key and a menu of shortcuts will pop up. On a PC, just hold down the Control key. We'll keep coming back to these shortcut functions during this tutorial, as all of the elements that we need are on a hotbar linked to the Command key, so you can easily navigate between them. You'll see when we select a scene header that Arc Studio is prompting you with the various options of where this scene could take place. INT, interior, EXT, exterior, or IE, in both spaces simultaneously. Arc Studio Pro will automatically switch to a scene heading if you simply start typing out one of these three elements, so there's no need to navigate away from your writing. We then need to add a short scene description. In this instance, the scene takes place in a bedroom, so that's what we're going to type. Then we need to let the reader know what time the scene is taking place, as this lets the production team know what kind of lighting is required. We want this scene to happen during the morning, so I'm going to select that from the Arc Studio Pro's drop-down menu, but could just as easily type it in if I'm in the flow of writing already. When you want to insert morning as a time of day, you can just type M and hit enter. This will then autocomplete. And we've written a scene heading. But don't get your Oscar acceptance speech ready yet. There's a little more to learn. After I've hit enter and my cursor drops down onto the next line, Arc Studio automatically switches the element so you can begin typing scene action. However, if it hasn't, remember you can hold down the Command key to change the element, and this time press the number 2 on the keyboard. You're now writing action, which is anything that the audience would be able to see on the screen when the finished script is eventually made. Although there is no hard and fast rules with screenwriting, a tip for when you're writing action is to be sure that you are as economical with the words you are using on the page, and are externalizing the emotions that you want your characters to be representing in that scene. Here, we are introducing a character for the first time, and want to give the reader an idea of what Mackenzie looks like, but also give them a sense of how they engage with the environment around them. This sequence has a very traditional feel to it on the page, and is typical of a lot of screenplays, with short paragraphs of no more than 3 lines. Again, there are no rules when writing a screenplay, but often it's good for a page to have a greater amount of white space on it, which can be a great visual indicator for you if you are overwriting. Economical use of language and plenty of white space is a sign of a good screenwriter. Finally, we have character and dialogue. Character is pretty straightforward. This is the name of the character who is saying the lines of dialogue that you are about to write. After you've finished typing your scene action and are ready to start launching into writing dialogue, all you need to do is press enter to start a new line, and then tab. And Arc Studio changes the element automatically to dialogue for you. However, just like before, you can hold down the Command key to bring up the drop-down menu, and this time press 3 to navigate to the character element. You can then name your character. Once you've named your character, Arc Studio remembers them and attaches them to the hotbar, which means the next time you come to write out a character name, you can quickly and easily slot it into your screenplay by just pressing enter, keeping you in the flow of your screenwriting. Afterwards, you simply hit enter, and then you are on to writing the dialogue that your characters are going to speak in that scene. Writing dialogue is one of the key skills for a screenwriter, and you can learn some of the key tips and tricks for writing authentic and engaging dialogue in this video essay here. If you want to continue writing a dialogue scene, all you have to do is hit enter after one of the characters has finished speaking, and Arc Studio will automatically prompt you to create a name for the next character who is about to speak. You can then repeat this process so you are able to stay in the flow of your writing, and you don't have to continually think about your formatting. When you are finished with writing a dialogue exchange, you can just hit tab, and Arc Studio will automatically set you up so you can begin writing your next scene action, and launch into anything from a subtle glance between two lovers to a kinetic high-octane fight sequence. And that's all you need to know about the basics of screenplay formatting. Happy writing! For some free examples of award-winning screenplays, check out the Arc Studio blog at arcstudiopro.com. You can like this video and subscribe for more screenwriting tips from Arc Studio.